Hey everybody, welcome back to JK Sports Podcast, man. I know we've been gone for a while, but there wasn't much to talk about, and I didn't, we're not into that clickbaity type of talking points. So anyway, we're back, man, and we are doing a preview episode for Week 1. So we're just going to run through all the games real quick, pick them, win, loss. We're not going to talk about them much. However, we are going to talk about Dolphins and Niners games in depth and one game of the week. And this week, it's going to be Browns Chiefs that we're going to cover. So we're going to cover 3 games in detail and just pick the rest real quick. So with that said, Cody, you got anything to say?
Yeah, man, we've missed doing this. We've both had some pretty busy stuff going on this summer. I hope you guys had a good summer. Everybody's staying safe and healthy. We're excited to get back into it, start talking football again, man. This is it. We've been waiting like all year for this, and we're finally back, finally here, ready to talk about some sports. And I think the best place to start is that Dallas-Tampa Bay game that we just saw on Thursday night. So what do you think, Joey?
Yeah. So just quick thoughts. Cowboys won the turnover battle by 3 and still lost. That means they're not a good team. Dak Prescott looked okay. I also thought he looked unhealthy. So we'll see how that plays out. He looked like a high school quarterback when he was throwing the ball like 20 yards down the field. It just the first throw of the game, I was like, I don't remember Dak's arm being that garbage. You know what I mean? So I don't think that the Cowboys are any good. You win the turnover battle by 3
and don't win. Yeah,
that's horrible. So I mean, anyway, so that's my thoughts on that game. Bucks are good. They still have a terrible passing defense. I know the picks weren't Tom Brady's fault, but he will turn the ball over. He did last year. He was good for a pick or two in some of these later games, tougher games. So, I don't think the Bucks are like this undeniable championship team that a lot of people are saying they are.
So, and also the problem in this game too, their cornerback was it Sean Murphy Bunting? Is that who was out?
Yeah, I think he got hurt. Right, he got hurt.
Yeah, so that was like the problem with the pass defense too.
They were bad last year. I think they were like in the late 20s.
Yeah, but I mean, guys that should step up. You know, it wasn't really happening. But I mean, dude, I'll tell you what. It hurts me to still watch Tom Brady throw for almost 400 yards. And how old is he, bro? When is he going to slow down? That's all I got to know. But Dallas, on the other side, Ezekiel Elliott sucks like we think he does. Dak looked okay coming back from injury, to be honest with you. I know his arm is not all that. But he's still sharp. Like, he's still pretty accurate. They've got good weapons in Dallas. They could still – I can still see Dallas – you know, they'll probably push Washington for the division. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I don't think
first team to 9 wins takes it.
Yeah, honestly, probably. Like,
it's a race to 9.
Like, they're not going to be that good, but I do think the Cowboys have a shot. Like, as long as everybody stays healthy, that's been the storyline for Dallas. You know, the last few years, everybody getting hurt and stuff. But yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, not much to say about that. We're not fans of either team, and we're a little jealous of Tom Brady, so we're just going to move it on real fast here. So, like I said, we talked about that a little bit. We're not going to do that with every game, so we're just going to pick winners and losers other than the 3 games we talked about. We'll do those last. So, just moving straight over here, I got the schedule in front of me. Seahawks and Colts, man. So, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Colts in this game. Oh. What happened to him? He disappeared. So anyway, I'm picking the Colts in this game.
My dog's losing their mind. Sorry.
Oh, no. Okay. It's all good. So Colts, I went ahead and picked Seahawks versus Colts. So what's your pick for that game?
Oh, you already so where is it? Where are we talking? It's in Indianapolis. I think the Seahawks are going to win this game.
You think they win that game? Okay.
I think they win this game. We don't know what to expect out of Carson Wentz. People are talking about maybe they rushed him back from injury. I can't pick the Colts yet because I just don't know what they're going to do. I don't know how the offense is going to look with Carson Wentz. I literally just cannot. I have no idea. I don't want to put any type of prediction on it. You expect them to be good because
it's going to be that Philly style offense, man. Frank Reich was in Philly.
Right, I know. And also you saw them, be somewhat competitive with Jacoby Brissett last year, who's our backup.
Yeah, I think Frank Reich's just good, dude.
I do too. But I still think the Seahawks are going to be able to take it out.
All right. Yeah, I picked the Colts. I picked the Colts when we did our schedule thing, so I'm sticking with it.
Still sticking.
Anyway, Jags Texans, man. Jags Texans. I got the who knows, man. Jaguar. I'll pick the Jaguars in this game.
We don't got to talk much about this. The Texans probably won't win more than 2 games this year, if that.
I don't know if the Jags will, bro. Urban Meyer looks like he's a little over his head, if I'm being honest with you.
That's the storyline there too. Yeah, it's these prolific college coaches don't know how to coach in the professional, atmosphere. But I'm gonna say Jags as well.
Jags too.
See, Trevor Lawrence pick up his first win, hopefully.
All right, man. Eagles, Falcons. I got the Eagles. I think the Falcons are gonna suck, and I think the Eagles' defense is still going to be solid. So I think they win that game.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the same thing. I'm going to go with the Eagles as well. I don't think the Eagles are going to be good, but I do think a lot of people are too low on them, and I think people are too high on the Falcons. Still thinking that the Falcons can pull something together with Matt Ryan being there, and I guess the addition of the
dude, Matt Ryan. Like, I know he's like a good quarterback and all, but like, they don't consistently win with him. Like, it just never happens.
I honestly think the Falcons are going to be one of the worst teams this year.
Yeah, so do I.
So I think the Eagles actually are. I think they're going to be better. So
yeah. Next, here we go. Chargers and Washington football team. I'm going to go Chargers here because I think they're going to be good this year. Brandon Staley's like a genius defensive coach, and I think he's like gonna change stuff there.
I think that's a good pick because the Chargers are a sneaky playoff team. I think this year, if they go to the playoffs, Staley's going to be winning Coach of the Year. But
the West, both AFC and NFC are tough divisions. So
yeah, you're right.
That means the Chargers are going to be a good freaking team.
Yeah, I agree with that. Washington, that defense is really good, and I'm actually going to pick Washington here because I think Justin Herbert might have a little bit of tough time adjusting to the new offensive scheme and everybody in the personnel and stuff there. So I think Washington.
I don't know if Austin Eckler is playing, man. I don't know if he's playing. I was hearing that he's not taking snaps in practice this week or something.
Right. Yeah.
So that's a big deal. This is another big game, man. One of the games we talked about for the game of the week, but Bills Steelers, man. Who do you got there? I'm going second this time.
All right. I'm definitely going Bills. I think the Steelers. There's a lot of Steelers fans out there. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I think this might be a tough year for the Steelers. And surprisingly, the Steelers' offense has been so explosive for so long, but I think it's going to take a huge dip this year. The Bills don't have a great defense, really.
That pass, right? Gregory Rousseau looked good in the preseason.
Yeah, but I don't know what to expect. But I still think the Bills. The much better team. It's in Buffalo.
Yeah.
You can only expect. I know Ben's supposed to be in the best shape of his life, but
what does that mean? Like, the hell does that even mean? Who cares? For a guy who's never in shape, yeah, like, I'm in the best shape of my life. Like, right. Okay, whatever, dude.
What about you? What do you think about them?
Yeah, I think the Bills win this game, but I think it's going to be a little uglier, and then I think people are going to Steelers are going to lose, and people are going to be like, well, the Steelers, like, their defense is legit. It's for real. And it's like, all right, it's good. Doesn't mean they're going to be a good team, and the Bills are going to look not quite so good. So, like, Chiefs, lovers are going to be like, well, the Bills, they're garbage, blah, 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 blah. Because I think they're going to score like 24 points. And
well, it's interesting.
It's not going to look great.
It's interesting, too, because, the Steelers won 11 straight games last year. Like, forget that.
And then lost the rest.
Yeah, and then they sucked.
11 or was it like 8 or something?
It was 11, dude. They won 11-0. It was kind of crazy. But they had a terrible schedule. They're starting the year off against literally Super Bowl contender this year. So,
yeah, it's because they were so bad the year before with Mason Rudolph. And,
yep, exactly.
Was it Duck Hodges? Like,
yeah. Where's he, dude?
Anyway, let's keep it going here. Vikings, Bengals, man. I don't know what's going on with the Vikings, dude. They are a freaking mess. Mike Zimmer hates every one of his players.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, man. So, the Vikings should win, right?
They should, yeah.
I'm going to pick the Bengals. I'm going to say Jamar Chase only has 3 drops.
Only 3. Right.
No, man. Hopefully he can get over those yips he's got. But I think T. Higgins is going to dominate the Vikings. So I actually played him in daily fantasy. So yeah. I'm picking the Bengals here.
I think with Joe Burrow's return, I really like Joe Burrow, and I really like the weapons that the Bengals have. I have a lot of faith in them, kind of. And also, I was looking at this weird stat about Joe Burrow last year. Like he in the games he played, I don't think he lost. Like when he played a good team, he won. I think it was playoff teams he went like 1-1 against or something like that. And it's so I don't know. I have faith in Joe Burrow. I think he can. I think the
Like
Bengals.
he's the real deal. Like he was definitely better than picking Tua. That's what you're saying. That was the right choice.
Yeah, we'll get into that, but yeah. So yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right,
go.
man.
I'm also gonna go Bengals. Actually, I think
All
Bengals.
right. Wow. Yeah, I didn't. I thought my pick was gonna be like, groundbreaking, but I guess it wasn't.
I think the
Anyway,
Vikings, dude. I think they're gonna struggle.
they're a mess, bro.
Yeah,
Mike Zimmer hates every single one of his players, bro. He hates all of them.
yeah.
Here's a nice one, actually. Jets Panthers, dude. You got Sam Darnold playing the Jets, Robbie Anderson. I'm going to take the
Lions.
Panthers here. Yeah, I'm going to take the Panthers because I think Matt Rule's a real coach, and I think Robert Saleh. I love Robert Saleh, but there's just not enough there. I don't think so. I think the Panthers are going to be a surprise team, and maybe the second best team in their division, and that includes being better than the Saints.
You are.
They have a shot. They have a shot.
You're kind of that's kind of a hot, spicy take because a lot of people are low on this Panthers team, but I don't necessarily disagree with you because I think that with the addition of Sam Darnold, that this offense could be like Christian McCaffrey coming back and everything. Like I think the offense could be the real deal, and the defense is already good. Like they have pieces, Brian Burns.
I don't think Sam Darnold needs to come out and like prove that he was worth that number 3 pick. I think Sam Darnold needs to play top 15 ball.
Right. And he's got something to prove against the Jets too. So I agree. I think I'm going to go with Carolina here as well. This is a rookie Zach Wilson's first game too. So
yeah. All right, man. Cardinals and Titans. What do you think here?
This is a good game too. This is like another potential game of the week. Because we're going to kind of see what to expect from both of these teams. I think both teams are going into this expecting to win. Mm-hmm. The Titans think they're the better team. The Cardinals think they're the better team.
Cardinals, let me just say, Cardinals fans, man, they're a little deluded.
I do think that, and what's his name there? Who's the coach of the Cardinals? What's his name?
Cliff Kingsbury.
Kingsbury. I think he's on the hot seat this year. And
dude. The GM came out and was like, this is a playoff team.
Yeah.
If your GM says that and you don't make the playoffs, that means he says,
done.
I put together a roster that's playoff worthy, and if you don't get him there, you're fired.
He's underperformed. He's underperformed as a head coach. I mean, there's no reason.
Has he, though? Has he? Is this Cardinals team really better than like the third or fourth best team in the NFC West?
The problem with the Cardinals, too, I think they've had a lot of draft misses, too. Like, I mean, people don't talk about that, but I think they've had a ton of misses. Like, receivers not working out.
Well, they've taken a lot of weird receivers.
Isaiah Simmons, dude, not working out. Like, I feel like they just
had a little better at the end of the year, but I don't think they know what to do with them.
That's what I feel like. They have no identity. That's like the problem with the Cardinals.
Yeah, no, that is. They're right. They have no defensive identity for sure, and they bring in all these like older players and with a lot of win now stuff, man. Like a lot of win now stuff, and they're not ready to win now. Like they shouldn't. In my opinion, they shouldn't.
Yeah, they should be evaluating the rest of their division. Like you need to figure out how to beat the teams in your division before you worry about anything else.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals are the third best team in their division, point blank. Period. Maybe
Who's
the worst. Maybe the worst.
They're probably the worst. I was like, who's the worst?
I was like, maybe the Seahawks, but maybe the worst.
Yeah. Well, the Cardinals probably have the second most depth, but Russell Wilson
changes that,
miles beyond Kyler Murray, like miles. Like people who think Kyler Murray's in that league he's not even top 10 guy. So in this game, Tannehill's better than Murray. Would you say that?
Yeah, I would. Dude,
I would pick the Titans.
I'm going Titans all the way because I do think that they have an identity. We know what the Titans bring every year. And the Titans, like, I mean, we're 2 years removed from a AFC championship, like almost
the ball, play action over the top. They brought in Julio Jones to help with that specific identity that they have. They brought in a player who helps with that. Yeah, like good move,
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so we both pick Titans. Let's keep it going here because we spent some time on that. Broncos Giants, man. Broncos Giants, the game that I might care the least about this week.
You say that, but I actually. a closeted Giants fan a little bit. I
You
want
love yourself
success.
some Danny Dimes.
No, I want some success for the Giants. But moves they made in the offseason and just every like draft choices, I don't think it's going to work out. I think the Broncos are the better team here.
I don't think it's gonna work.
I just don't, dude.
I just don't think it's gonna work.
I don't. I truly don't. I think the Broncos are going to win here. I think the Broncos have a better season. It's weird
The
because
Broncos are good, man. They just don't have a quarterback.
their team is really good. Yeah. So,
Cortland Sutton is back off the ACL. We'll see how he's looking.
they could be in the playoffs this year. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised.
They might have the second best roster in their division and are just really behind it. They have the worst quarterback in their division. That's the problem.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. So I'm going to go Broncos there. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Yeah, Broncos here for me too. Packers Saints. This would have been a primetime game probably before Jameis Winston took over.
How does that change your opinion? Who's going to win this?
The Packers are going to win this game. I mean, the Packers are probably one of the top 3 or 4 teams in the NFC, so they're going to win this game. And I'm very curious actually to see Jameis Winston, how he looks, because I actually don't think Bruce Arians is that great of a coach. I think he's.
Are you Sean Payton?
Yeah, like he's not on Sean Payton's level, and I actually can't stand Sean Payton. I think he's a turd. But I'm curious to see what he does with Jameis, how he can kind of manage some of that. I felt like Bruce Arians was like, we're going to throw the ball down the field, man. No risk it, no biscuit. And then Jameis threw the ball down the field, and he's just not that great. Right. He's like, Jameis fucking sucks. My shit works. No risk it, no biscuit. Jameis's fault. Like, and he just like ripped Jameis.
That is the interesting thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people didn't give. I don't like Jameis Winston.
No, Jameis was he was pretty rough, bro. Like, I'm not going to say no one gave him a shot, but I thought Bruce Arians kind of like
hurt him a little bit.
Destroyed him. He destroyed him, dude.
Yeah. You could tell he didn't want him by the end of that. But
oh yeah.
I'm still gonna go Packers here too. I think this is the best shot the Packers have this year. And I'm gonna just put that out right now. If they want to win within the next like 5 to 10 years, I think this is the shot for the Packers, man. This is the last time you'll have Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. The gang it's up after this year. You got it.
Here's what has to happen for the Packers to make the Super Bowl. The 49ers have to get beat. Because if they play the Niners again, or hurt again. Because I think it's a bad matchup for them, and I honestly think that it's likely that they're gonna have to go through the Niners again.
Yeah.
Though they play early week 3, like we'll see what happens.
Right, that'll be a good game.
It doesn't really matter who's playing quarterback because we're just gonna run the ball down their throats again. Right. You know what I mean? So they just can't stop the run at all.
Well, both of us going Packers here seems logical. Saints aren't even really at home because they're playing in Jacksonville.
Yeah, in Jacksonville, I know.
So,
let's see here. Next game, Bears-Rams.
Bears-Rams, Sunday night matchup. I really don't think it's going to be that good of a game. It's going to be a defensive game. I think we'll get to see Matt Stafford with the Rams. Interested to see how this works out. I still think the Rams are the better teams. So,
does Andy Dalton get destroyed and Justin Fields play in the second half?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or next week?
No, I actually don't think Justin Fields will play till like halfway through the year because I think like you're going to see some okay things from Andy Dalton. Not good, but like okay enough to keep Justin Fields from playing until the middle of the year when the season's lost.
I actually think Justin Fields is not ready to play from what I saw. And I don't really understand the hoopla around his preseason. I thought he was exactly what I thought he would be. He was a little slow.
Yep. Processing.
And he ran the ball well. So I don't think he's quite ready yet. And you definitely don't want to throw him to the Wolves.
Yeah, it's like him and Trey Lance are both the guys that I want to sit for a little bit before they jump right into it. So I'm happy that they're both starting the year sitting.
We'll talk about Trey Lance later, but I think they both can afford to sit. I think they have different issues though.
Definitely different issues, but I'm saying I like that they're both starting the season.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Let's see here. Last game before we get into the 3 games we're going to really dive into is Ravens-Raiders Monday Night Football.
On Monday, yeah.
Ravens took some hits, man.
They did.
Are you brave enough to go with the Raiders? Marcus Peters, I think, is done.
I know.
Oh,
No,
that
he is done.
secondary
ACL
is.
tear, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it was ACL. Okay.
Yeah, dude, those guys, what's going on? They need to fire their trainer, man. Their trainer
This is
must
like
suck.
that sounds like every 49ers camp I can remember since 2010 is what the
That many
Ravens just went
big
through.
name guys going down. Well, I guess. Yeah,
It
JK.
just happened last year, dude.
Yeah, you're right. That's terrible. I feel bad for the Ravens. It's going to be a
Yeah.
tough year
At
without.
least they got their quarterback,
I
who's
still
also their
think.
best running back.
I still think this is the funniest thing ever. Yeah, minus all like the players that are injured. Still think the Ravens are going to win this game. The Raiders, we'll see. They got a brand new offensive line. I don't know. There's Raiders fans. Is there really
Who even knows?
Is there much to be excited about this season? To be honest with you.
Oh, they're very excited. They're
The
very
funny
excited.
thing about the Raiders, though, is they're a team that could. I always feel like, especially with Gruden as a head coach, could surprise you and win like 10 games or something out of nowhere. But I don't think it's going to happen this year. I think the Ravens are going to take them out. So
Yeah, I don't even know if they get to 8 wins. I think they might
either.
be like 7-10 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep going here. Let me scroll back down. So we got Chiefs Browns, man.
Chiefs Brown.
What are we thinking here? So this is our pick for game of the week.
Yeah.
The Chiefs kind of rebuilt that whole offensive line that kind of lost in the Super Bowl, and it looked good. They're down somebody right now, right? Their center, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, the offensive line really looked good.
Blythe, Austin Blythe.
Yeah. The Browns, though, they might have the best overall roster in the league, right?
Yep.
For me, the question for the Browns is, the Chiefs have every question answered, right? Even if their offensive line's not great, we know they're great because they got the best quarterback in the league.
Linebacker play is iffy, but yeah.
Yeah. But dude, Chris Jones in the middle, it's like they don't even see the linebackers running backs.
Right. Doesn't get to the second level.
Didn't even get to the second level. But the Browns, man, like, can Baker Mayfield hold it together? Is he what is it? Sure enough of himself to like not feel he has to force the ball to Odell Beckham? Is that play action pass game with Chubb and Kareem Hunt gonna be hitting, really? Because that's really what the offense is built on.
Dude,
So
Cleveland is a polarizing team this year. They are so
for sure.
Because I think that their ceiling is so high and their floor is so low too. The roster is there, dude.
Yeah.
And the coach makes you have confidence in them. Stefanski.
I don't know how great of a coach Stefanski is. I think that scheme is tried and true though, and he knows it well.
Yeah.
So.
But I think here's the two dueling storylines with this game is Cleveland coming out wanting to fucking bust some ass and get started. They want to show that the league that they're for real this year. It's our year. We're ready to go. We can take down Kansas City, who's been owning the division.
I think the Browns are going to go down the field with 7, 8, 9 scripted plays and score pretty quick.
Right.
First drive. Yeah.
And then on the flip side, you have Kansas City, who wants to show everybody we're still here. We're still the best. We're still the model football team in the NFL. We're still we are what everybody else wants to be. We are still the best team.
Offensively, we might have the best player at quarterback, receiver, and tight end in the league.
So,
that's insane.
It's a battle of wills week one. I mean, it's all about who's kind of more prepared. I kind of want to go with the Browns here.
I'm gonna go with the Browns.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna just jump out and do it.
I think I'm gonna go with the Browns too because I think they're ready to like shock everybody this year. Try to really put themselves. I think they're gonna win the division. I'll put that.
I think they're gonna kind of beat up on the division, to be honest, a little bit.
So I think it's gonna be a big year for the Browns, and it starts this week one against Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City.
Yeah, it really is contingent upon how well do they run the ball.
Right.
If they can get 150 yards rushing as a team, I think that's kind of the magic number. Maybe a little more, but I think if they get that 150 yards rushing, that's between Chubb and Hunt and Baker even. Like, they run the ball for 150 yards as a team, I think they're going to be okay.
Where are the holes in this, on the Browns, dude? Linebacker, but they kind of took care of that in the offseason. Like, where are the holes? It's such a good team.
Yeah, man. It's a good team. It's a good team. It really is. Yeah, I think if they run the ball, and I think they're going to be fine. I think they're going to win the game. So we're picking the Browns. Both of us are picking the Browns then, yeah?
Yep.
All right. All right, let me go through here. Next on the schedule, Dolphins Pats, man.
Dolphins bats.
This has got some storylines to it, dude. This has got some storylines. We got two Alabama quarterbacks, both drafted in consecutive years. You got Dolphins Patriots, divisional matchup.
Yep.
You got a bunch of, I think, ridiculous people on some of these national media channels, man, saying that the Patriots are a Super Bowl contender. I don't believe it. I don't think they're going to do much of anything this year. I think they're the third best team in their division.
So,
And I think the Dolphins are going to win this game.
so you're gonna go Dolphins, okay?
Yeah.
So I've read
You're
like,
a Dolphins fan, so you're scared, bro. And I know you just as a person, you're just like diving into all the negative storylines and
well, I've read every interview, every article going into this. It's week one, man. Like just there's so much weight behind this.
You're a hypochondriac and a hypochondriac like sports fan. You're
I'm
like
just a pessimist, bro.
you're just like you cough once in the last like year and a half and you have COVID.
Yeah.
You read one negative article and Tua sucks. Like it's just like that's just how you are as a person. It is what it is.
No, so I'm actually a lot of people who are where I've heard a lot of people worry about Tua and like think Tua's gonna, look terrible in this game because of the Patriots got offensive guys coming back, new guys starting. Well, I've read so much stuff.
Kendrick Bourne's gonna transform that team.
No. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the Patriots' run game a little bit. They got that rookie, what's his name, or somebody who's their running back is like popping off, like supposed to be really good. But
yeah, we'll see.
And Mac Jones, man, we've had our funny moments. I feel like Mac Jones will forever be a part of our podcast, just because of the draft storylines behind Mac Jones and how you feel about him. And with that, I've seen all these articles about Mac Jones has been doing stuff with his with his girlfriend. They've
studied the playbook together.
Reps. Yeah, and he's been doing mental reps this whole time.
He ran laps with the defensive linemen last week.
With the people that kind of
he studies the defensive playbook so he can be really good at practice. He'll know all the things the Patriots do on defense. That's the defensive playbook for your fucking team.
So you read the same thing I did. You read the same thing I did. Then it's like gassing them all up. But so it's like
he's gonna rip the Patriots up in practice because he knows their play is great. Right. He doesn't have the playbook for anyone else's team.
Exactly. So I get in my head a little bit about that. But when I really think about it and step back into reality, the Dolphins are the better team. They just are. I don't care how much money the Patriots spent. The Dolphins spend money every year. We're always like the highest spending team in free agency, and it never works. That type of team building never works. Bill Belichick, as a GM, makes terrible decisions all the time that do not work out for the Patriots. So I'm going to go with the logic here and say the Dolphins win.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. I think the Dolphins are going to win. Sorry, that was my kid came home.
I think that the Dolphins are going to win, and people are going to be shocked. I think our offense is going to be more explosive than people think, and it's going to be a kind of an awakening.
Yeah.
Because people are predicting like a 16-14 game. I don't think it's going to be like
what? No, yeah, I don't think it's
because the Dolphins have such a good defense. I think we're going to come out and shock a little bit of people. How we know?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think people are really down on Tua. I thought he had some.
It's the offensive line. That's all the storylines around how bad our offensive line is. That's why we've been making trades, trying to fill out holes before the season starts.
Offensive line play is pretty bad around the league.
Exactly.
I don't see any exceptional players on the Patriots defense. Yeah. Enough to exploit that. Like, no. They've always been a scheme team, right? It's just that's why we give Belichick so much credit. I don't see any exceptional playmakers that's gonna make that hurt for you. And I think Tua kind of got crushed last year. I thought it was clear he was unhealthy. I get it, he was out there playing, but hip surgery is a real thing, man. Like your hips drive the football, and his arm looked weak and he looked indecisive. And I think that was part of the injury. He's back. He looks better. His arm looks stronger in the preseason. Yep. So, I mean, and it's not like I'm saying Tua is going to live up to that top 5 pick. I'm saying Tua is going to be a top middle of the road guy, which is all you need.
Yep.
It's all you need. It's all you need. Look, I know we have some 49er fans on here, and a lot of 49er fans hate Jimmy Garoppolo, but let's just be real. If Tua comes out and goes 28 touchdowns, 3,800 yards, and 12 picks,
Take it every day.
that's all you need. You'll take it every day, and that's what
Every
Jimmy
day.
did his one season starting. And he had no receivers that first half of the year and didn't really take off till the midway point. So I think if Tua can bring that to you, and if he averages for his career 28 and 13, anywhere from 25 to 30 touchdowns and 8 to 14 picks, I think the Dolphins are going to be right in the playoff.
Team. Perennial playoff.
Right there.
Yep.
Perennial, and no one's going to be like, oh, Tua's a world beater for throwing 28 touchdowns. He's going to be good. And I think that's all they need, and that's what he's going to bring to the team.
Exactly.
So if he does that, the Dolphins are going to smoke the Patriots team.
But this is going to be a conversation we have all year long, so we don't have to talk about it all day. But we'll be watching Tua. We'll be watching Patriots and Mac Jones and seeing how things kind of work out. But
yeah.
Dolphins.
Yeah. Anyway,
we're both picking Dolphins. So
I'm picking the Dolphins. I think it might be a kind of boring game if I'm being honest with you, but I don't think it'll be all that close.
Right.
I think the Dolphins will kind of control it.
I think it's like a 31-21 or something like that. But all right.
31, that's a lot of points.
I think we're going to score.
All right, man. Sounds good. 49ers Lions. We're doing this one last. It might be the worst game of the week. But hey, man, we talk 49ers on this channel. So, 49ers Lions, man. The best player on their entire team is their left tackle. Guess what? He's not there. Best player on our defense might be Nick Bosa. He's back. All the reports is that he's looks better than he's ever looked. D Ford's back. I thought dude was like going to retire. He's back. He's been playing. Eric Armstead now gets to rush the passer from the inside again, where he had 10 sacks the one year he got to do that. Our defensive tackle position might be the deepest in the NFL.
Yeah.
The Lions have – name me one player on the Lions.
TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah, and he don't play defense. He's not blocking anybody. And guess who we got covering TJ Hawkinson, man? We got Jimmy Ward, a top 5 probably safety in the league, and we got Fred Warner, the best linebacker in the league.
Yeah.
Like their strengths go directly into our strengths, which are better, and their weaknesses play into our strengths as well. Like there's just nothing they can do. If they have a shot to win this game, TJ Hawkinson needs 3 touchdowns. And DeAndre Swift needs 180 yards rushing.
Well, it's you got a familiar opponent in Jared Goff. You faced him like a million times. You know who he is. You know what
Jared Goff has already put an L on his calendar, bro. He knows.
He knows he's gonna lose. But I'm definitely going Niners here. The Lions are gonna have a rough season. They really are. This has got to be a rebuilding year. If you think otherwise, you're wrong. It's not going to be tough covering. Who's their number one receiver? Do you think?
I don't know, man.
Do you know who's on the team?
No.
Tyrell Williams, I think.
Oh, that's right. I knew he was there. He's their number one guy.
He's their number one.
He was like the number 5 guy in San Diego too.
Yeah. Then they got was the guy from Wisconsin, Quintez Cephas. Yeah, dude. There's nobody. They really don't.
That name sounds like you made that name up. That's not a real name.
No, it's a real guy. Dude, it's a real guy.
Quintez Cephas.
Real guy, dude. I only know because I live in Wisconsin.
That sounds like the kind of name you end up having when you play like an MMO and there's like 7 billion players on it and there's just all the names are taken and you end up with Quintez Cephas. Yeah, Quintez Cephas. It's like, but anyway, yeah, man, the Niners are winning this game. Here's a question though, since we both are consensus, this is going to be a blowout, or it should be. How many snaps do you think Trey Lance gets, man?
Oh man, I mean,
think he gets in the game?
No, maybe.
No?
He might snap the ball, spike it, or something like that. Hand the ball off twice or something at the end, the fourth quarter.
So less than 5 plays,
just to get some people to come back. Watch.
So you don't give any credence to that 2 quarterback system they were running in the preseason.
That's a good question. I knew you were going to ask about that. No, not really. No, I don't.
No credence at all.
No.
Okay.
I think perhaps if it's if they are really trying to why would you unveil something like that against a terrible team you're beating up on? Maybe if it's like you need something to work and stuff is not working for you and you need to try something different, but I think
In
you
that
would.
case, I feel like you would just put Trey Lance in. If Jimmy cannot
Right.
move the ball against Detroit, and he gets credit for moving the ball through the run game because you got to get people in the right situations and fits and all that stuff. But yeah, all right. So yeah, no, I don't think we're gonna see much of Trey Lance either, to be honest with you.
Not yet.
I don't know if we'll see much of Trey Lance until the Packer game, to be honest.
Yep. I
Maybe
agree.
we might break some stuff out there, but anyway, man, it would be pretty dope if like Trey Lance started and just threw like an 80-yard bomb, even if it's not complete, bro. Like I just want to see it happen.
Honestly, well, either way,
That would be sick. That would be sick.
Either way, we'll see kind of what plays out, and our plan here is so we're doing our preview, the day before, and we're going to be talking tomorrow night about everything. Unless you wanted to do Monday after the Monday night game.
We'll see.
But
we'll put it out Monday. We'll put our review out Monday. I think it's probably the best.
Right. So this is what we're looking at weekly. So for future reference for you guys, this is pretty much how it's going to play out. I'm excited for the season. Joey's excited.
This is the best preview show out there. So all these shows you think you like, you watch this one now. This is the one you watch on Saturday.
He's not wrong. We're back and we're better than ever. Ready to go.
Looking good, feeling good, man.
Looking good, feeling good. It's the Dolphins and 49ers year, right? Let's go.
Feeling good, looking even better. You know what I mean?
Back drinking more beer, dude. Sierra Nevada.
I had a monster today. I'm going to the gym after this.
I'm most certainly not, but I will get ready to watch the game.
Sounds good. Well, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And we're back, man. So stay tuned.
Yeah. Ready to see you guys next week, too. See you.
All right, guys. Later.